How are you? Have you been using the insights from our previous ASMR coaching sessions? From time to time, I hear you say, "That's great." You told me that you wanted to focus a bit more on the topic of study and goal setting, but you said from a slightly different angle. Yeah. How are you in terms of truly knowing what your short, medium, and long-term study goals are? Would that be an angle? Okay. I see you thinking. Let me know what your thoughts are. Yeah. Can I rephrase what you just said? Yeah, okay. So I heard you say that sometimes you just start studying without having prioritized what needs to be studied first, and that really wears you down. Yeah, that you don't see immediate results. So what did you compare that to? Yeah, okay, that was what you said. It feels as if you are swimming in a pool filled with thick jelly. Nasty indeed. So, but I think I understand what you mean. So, having told me this, focus on the real-time study situation you are in at present. And with that firmly in your view, now find an answer to this question. What does the real-life, real-time, short-term study goal look like for you? Oh, I hear that. Well, now that you know that, and in keeping focused on your real-time study situation, what is your answer to this question? What does the real-life, real-time, medium-term study goal look like for you? Sure, take your time to think about it. Good. I saw you taking a note of that. What did you say? Yes, you're right. My next question is, of course, about your long-term goal. So go ahead, define that for yourself. So far in this session, what do you now have? Yes, exactly. You have, as it were, 3 containers over which you can spread your study content. And from your mental helicopter, in which I am sitting beside you, this is what I think we both see. I'm going to draw this upside down, I think. I'm going to give it a try. Yeah. No, so good at drawing upside down. So, one more here. So, 3 containers. Short term, medium term, long term. Now, this is my attempt to draw a paper bag, so I have no idea. Anyway, this is a paper bag. this is what it looks like. So as a matter of interest, are the containers all the same size, or do they differ in height and width? I see you look a bit pensive. Okay, I hear what you said. Can I rephrase that? Okay, I heard you say that the short-term container is the biggest one. Can you explain aloud to me what the reason for that is? Okay. Sorry, yeah, I will rephrase that again. Yeah, I heard you say that there is more in that container, in this one here, because there is a lot of research and groundwork that needs to be done, and that once that is done, you don't need to do that again. Okay, that makes good sense to me. So let me adjust that in our drawing. So you said it was bigger. Yeah. Yes. We will make it bigger. Okay. So how about the container medium term? Ah, I hear what you say, and I agree with you that that one is definitely smaller in size, and that there are some divisions in it to store away some interesting bits from the first container. Yes, to make you study more efficiently and in a more integrated manner. Yeah, okay. So let's draw in a couple of compartments here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what does this... Yeah, I hear what you're saying. So what does this make you think of all of a sudden? What did you say? Okay, so I heard you say that you want to stop compartmentalizing your study material. Oh, but... Okay, and instead of compartmentalizing, and what do you mean by compartmentalizing? Oh, okay, this bit and that bit and that bit standing alone as it were, stand alone as it were, yeah. Okay, and you want to stop doing that, I hear, and you want to integrate those parts that logically belong together. Okay, yeah, good idea. I get that. And how about the long-term container? You say that is the smallest. Okay, because it contains bits and pieces that are complete and only need to be put in the correct places in your, what was that? Oh, jigsaw puzzle. Ah, yes, I understand you. Now just to make sure that we are looking at the same view from the same understanding and are on the same level of understanding, yeah. Let me make that visible, because as your coach, I have a hunch, and I want to make sure that I bring that to the table. Just a moment. Ah, you're back again. Right, well, bear with me one moment longer, because I want to clear and clean this a bit more. Because the marker pen it is specifically for whiteboards, still leaves some traces if you don't really clear it away enough. So meanwhile, I think you have had enough relaxation time. So I would like to continue our session. Is that okay? Right. So jigsaw is what you said. And I said I have a hunch that I want to share with you. Okay, now here we go. surprise. I am building the view that you described as jigsaw, and that I have a hunch about. So as your coach, I need to ask you if this view is what you just described by using the word jigsaw, and if that is really different from what you described at the start. I see you nodding your head. Yes, of course I can give you an offering. My offering here is that the jigsaw is possibly not the best visual to give yourself clarity with in this are labeled short term, which needs to be done, let's say, within 1 week. Medium term, that needs to be done within, let's say, 1 month. And long term, that needs to be done within the first 3 months. Yes, of course, I am making this up. It is up to you to make this fit your reality as seamlessly as possible. So, I want to add to this view one of my favorite wooden objects. Take a look. Do you see the holes here and there and there and here and there? You can see through them. Hello. See, here you can see through this one as well, and this one as well. So these holes, again in my perception, stand for the large chunks, and they are the long term, where you have already done all the other work. And you only need to make some adjustments, but nothing major anymore. So, what is your biggest insight or learning so far? Okay, I hear you say, my biggest insight is that I need to have a plan or program first before I dive into my study. Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I also know that that seems so obvious now, but in real life, things can remain a bit unclear. That is absolutely true. So, back to the concept of study goals in general. Yeah, I know that is what you said. So tell me, when you pick one of your study goals, what makes that goal very specific so that you do not drift and keep adding to it? Oh, yeah, take your time. I know that it is not an easy question. Okay, you took note of that. Good. So next one. What makes that goal measurable? So that you know what you have done and when enough is enough. Sure, go ahead, think. Preferably aloud, so that you can hear yourself. That often gives immediate clarity. what makes the goal realistic. Yeah. And what is the time frame you put around your goal? Exactly. That's what I mean when you know when you want to have reached that study goal of yours. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Exactly. You can relate the short and medium terms to that. Working backwards. Exactly. No more drifting. No more weird surprises. You're in control. It's you who are driving your study, and it is not the other way around. Yeah, good. Yeah, I know you said that sometimes your goals seem vague. So what exactly do you mean by vague? And what happens when you have set a vague goal? No, please don't say that that is obvious. Really explain what happens step by step. What is the reason I ask you this? Well, it is to slow down the pace of your thinking process. If you think about it, we think in split nanoseconds all the time. If that is even the way to describe it. Before we know it, hundreds of thoughts have passed through your mind and you can't catch them. If you can't catch them, you've lost them. Yeah, exactly. So, talking yourself aloud through a series of thoughts automatically slows down the pace of the whole thinking process, and you have a chance to see the assembly line, as it were, go past. Okay, so I have a little exercise for you here to do. Could you please fill in the blanks? And I will try to write it upside down. That is part of the ASMR anyway. I will try it. Let me see. How shall I start? Where shall I start here? I'm writing upside down, and I hope that this gives you some tingles as well. Or relaxation, if not tingles. When X happens, Y cannot happen. Fill in what Y is. When Y cannot happen, A does not happen either. Please fill in A. There's a fly in the room. I don't know if you can hear it. Okay. which leaves me in a situation of when my goal is vague, X happens. When X happens, Y cannot happen. When Y cannot happen, A does not happen either, which leaves me in a situation of, so what is your insight here? What can you do with completing those sentences? Sure, you can go about all of this in a half-hearted manner, or in a half-hearted way, rather, but that is only fooling yourself. So in what way, if you would be tempted to go for the half-hearted way, so in what way could you make that half-hearted attempt more wholehearted? Are you still awake? Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to continue? Yes. Oh, okay. But I need to hear you say what you want to continue with. In other words, what is the topic you now want to work on? You say your perfectionism. Okay. So you're not the only one who brings this topic up. You're in very good company. So what about your perfectionism? You don't know where to start. Wow, can I make a start for you? Yeah, okay. Give me 5 bullet points of ways in which you are a perfectionist. Yes, 5. Nah, not just 1. 5. Squeeze your brain a bit. Okay. What insights does it bring you? Good. So in what ways is each of those 5 bullet points an obstacle on your road? I see. So what can you do to make your perfectionism, as you just described it, into supports that help you to move on? Exactly. Making allies out of enemies. Are you ready for another question? Okay. So from the pieces of your perfectionism that are left over, that you cannot turn into allies, how can you tweak them and feel comfortable about that? Yeah, I know, that's a tough question. Have a try though, to get an answer. So, overall, looking back at our session so far, what do you really need to do, academically speaking? Okay, take a note of that, because it sounds very valuable to me. Let me challenge you a bit here to test how strong the ice is. When can you say to yourself, and let that be enough, and feel comfortable about that? Nice job. Yeah. Now let's stop our session for tonight. You've done really a lot of hard thinking work. Take a rest. I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.